Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. My day is starting off kind of bleh. I am sitting here holding up my camera on my tripod because, let me show you what happens if I let go. Oh, I let go and it did. Oh my god. Okay, well at any moment it's going to collapse because it's been doing like this and I cannot figure out how to get it to stand up. But anyway, I did a face of the day, and today is one of those days that I don't know if you have them, but I definitely have them when you sit down to do your makeup and just nothing feels right. Everything is just kind of like my eye makeup. It just doesn't feel right. So I was already filming, so this is a face of the day that doesn't feel right. So anyway, I guess it looks alright. It's one of those things like when you do your makeup and you're not feeling it when you do it. All I see in the mirror is bleh. So you tell me what you think. Is it a blood day or is it an okay day? Because and my tripod is still not doing very good. I'm just not feeling it, but hopefully you're feeling it. So I used some different products. I tried some different brushes, and you'll see what you think. So anyway, this is the finished product. My hair, I was gonna wear it down and curly. You see it's up. It is just one of those days. My bed's not made, and I usually try to do that before I film. Oh well, who cares? Alright, so if you want to see how I got this face of the day, bleh, then that was probably an unattractive face just to make myself look more unattractive, then just keep watching. So here we go. I'm using a new primer that I got in, I think my Birchbox is by the brand Make. Put that all over my face, and I'm using my Matte Velvet Plus from Makeup Forever. And I'm trying out a new brush from e.l.f. and it's like their small, short, whatever stippling brush, and it's already loose, and I've just gotten it, but I think it was $3, and I've used it for blush so far. I've had it like 2 or 3 days, and I like it for blush, and I am not loving it for foundation at all. If you can see, it's streaky, it's just not smooth. I'm just having a really hard time. You see the streaks. I mean, I was just really having to work this foundation in using this brush. So I definitely will not be using this brush for foundation anymore. See those nasty streaks? But I will use it for blush. It was a good blush brush. But no more foundation for that one. So I'm actually taking my angled top kabuki from Sigma and just blending everything out, because there were just so many streaks. It was just ridiculous, and that made it all better. Now I'm using my Essence. It's a trio concealer, and yes, it has been very loved, and I don't even know if they make this anymore. And I'm using the tan color as the concealer, and it's a little bit dark, but I've got a few breakouts on my chin because it's hormonal time breakouts. So doing that, and then I'm going into my Revlon, the Aqua, Color Stay, I think, Aqua translucent powder. And then I'm just going to kind of set my T-zone. This is the powder I've talked about before. It feels really nice. It has a wet feel, but it's not wet. And it just really sets everything nicely, and I like it a whole lot. So that is set, and now I'm going in with my Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and I don't know why all of a sudden I'm a little blurry or out of focus. I didn't do anything differently, but apparently something's up. It was just my luck, because that's how things were going for me this morning. So I'm just doing the normal contouring with the small contour brush from Sigma, the cheekbones around the jawline, top of the forehead, you know, the basic places to contour. And then I'm just taking a kabuki and just kind of blending, buffing everything out. And then next I'm using it's from the Balm, it's called Hot Mama Blush. It was a sample that came in my Birchbox, and it is an exact dupe for NARS's Orgasm. I'm assuming the Balm one is cheaper. I'm not exactly sure, but it is an exact dupe. So just putting that on the apples of my cheeks, and I'll put a little bit on my nose. But it's just a really nice blush, and I like it a lot. Next, I'm going in with the e.l.f. It's a bronzing, like quad, and I really like the lighter color as just a highlight, and it's really a nice highlight right now. It's my favorite highlight. So just doing the normal spots that you would use a highlighter, and I am still out of focus, and it drives me crazy. I don't even know what happened. So I do apologize. Next, I'm using, that was fast, another thing from the Balm, and it's, I think, put a lid on it, is their eyelid primer that I got in my Birchbox. And I absolutely hate this eyelid primer. It is so thin and so runny, and I feel like it just smears everything around. I just do not like it. I do not recommend it, but it is what it is. This is an eyeshadow I got this month, I think in my Ipsy, and it's from the brand Make, and it's just a nice matte gray, and I just liked it a whole lot. It did take me several coats to get it on my lid, but I think it was because of the Urban Decay, the brush I was using, and I haven't been loving this flat brush lately, so it didn't pack on the color well. Something crazy was going on the view. Sorry about that, but yeah, just putting that gray all over my lids, and it is a matte gray. Next, I'm just taking a very small blending brush and just kind of blending out the edges. I just wasn't feeling it. Nothing just seemed to be going on nicely or working, and my skin didn't feel right. Just nothing was working. So now I'm going into the Naked palette. It's Gunmetal, I think is the color. And I was just at this point just trying anything, and this is a little darker than I wanted to go, but just nothing was working for me this morning when I did this look. So I really struggled to get everything, when you're not feeling it, you're just not feeling it. And the more I did, the less I felt it. So that's how that went. So putting that all in my crease, I'm just trying to blend it out. Then I'm going to take, I think it's, my Sonia Kashuk blending brush. It's just really fluffy and just really trying to blend out everything because it was much darker than I intended on, and just kind of really blending. Blend, blend, blend. Like I've said, that's your best friend. You can't blend enough. And I'm still blending. Okay, next I'm going in with my Revlon Color Stay in the Sandstorm. I'm going in with the lightest color and just, again, trying to tone this look down. So I just took it all over the lid and crease. Just trying to tone everything down. It just wasn't working for me. It wasn't flowing. So I hope I'm not the only one that has these bad days. I mean, I think eventually it turned out okay, but it just took more effort than normal, and I wasn't feeling as artistic as sometimes I can normally feel. And here I am just taking that lightest shade and putting it on my brow bone as a highlight, and even that didn't feel right once I did it. So I guess I could have scrapped this whole video, but I was already filming, and it took a lot of effort to get that camera on the tripod up, so I went with it. I have to show you my bad days too. And yes, I just got out eye boogers with a Q-tip. I should have edited that out, but I didn't. Now I'm going in with my under eye concealer from I think it's the Olay CoverGirl, the mix, and I really do like it. It's a yellow base, and it really does help with under eye circles and darkness. I'm going to set that using a paintbrush, and it's from Clinique. It's called Glow. It's just a really finely milled powder, and I really like to set that under eye concealer. Okay, next I'm using my Milani brow pencil in Natural Taupe and filling in my brows just a little bit, nothing too much. I'm still out of focus, and that's still driving me crazy. I do apologize yet again. I don't know why it did that. But just filling in my brows. No big deal. Keeping it simple. You do what you gotta do. It's probably my least favorite thing to do in my makeup is fill in my brows. Okay, so next I'm just taking a spoolie, brushing them out, shaping them up. No big deal. Now I'm going back in. This is Sable from Ulta, which is the dupe for Urban Decay's Naked. And I'm trying to blend out this look yet again because it's just, I wasn't feeling it at all. I think the Naked did help it, or it's not Naked. I think the Sable did help it a little bit. It just kind of warmed it up because it was just not very warm. And I'm still blending. Oh, I'm going in with some more. This time I'm using a pencil brush with that gray, and I'm just dragging it underneath my lower lash line. Instead of lining down there today, I just used that gray, and it was a really pretty gray. I just was having a hard time with it today, but it looked nice under the lower lashes. Next, I'm using my e.l.f. liquid liner, and I'm not the greatest at liquid liner, but it's okay. I wanted a really thin line. Usually I start off thin and it ends up thicker than I want it, but I keep trying to like fix mistakes, so it did okay today. And it's a good liquid liner. It lasts all day. I think it's $1 or $3, can't remember, but it's a good liquid liner from e.l.f. Oops, see, I messed up. Never fails. Maybe if I had made my bed, things would have gone better. Probably not. Up, and look who's here. Up, it's my Connor man. He wanted to come in and talk to everyone. I'm sorry I edited out our voices, but he was saying hey, hey, hey. And he's my sweetie that turned 3 last week. Oh, there he goes with no pants on. So I'm doing the other eye and just finishing up that. Not hardly any wing, not enough to even call it a wing. It's just kind of, you know, a small line on my top lid. Then I curled my lashes, nothing too much, but I am using my new Revlon Extra Curl lash curler, and it gets the job done. And then my favorite double extend mascara, I'm priming using the primer, and then I will go in with the waterproof mascara after I do the white primer. And this is actually the only mascara I use today. A lot of times I go in with several different ones, but by the time I was at this point, I was just so over makeup because nothing felt right. Although I'm looking at my lids here, and they did turn out to be okay, especially from what I started with. So just, I think I did, 2 or 3 coats of this and just really build it up. And this is my favorite mascara, at least at the moment. And there I am. Once they dry, I like to kind of hold it and push them upward, and that just kind of adds some length to them and curl. And then just doing my lower lashes, just a real tiny, simple little coat. I just didn't want much going on down there today. Another Q-tip, cleaning up the excess. No eye boogers this time, aren't you glad? And I'm trying out a new e.l.f. Jumbo Lip Pencil lip gloss thing. And it's okay. I've only used it once or twice, so I can't tell you really if I love it or not. But it feels nice, and that's really what I can tell you right now, is it feels nice. Color's nice. And that's pretty much it. It turned out okay. It was a bit of torture to get to this point. But anyway, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. See you later.